Hi, this is Blessing, and this is Blessing Inspire, the place to get inspiration, marketing strategies, and tips, plus straight talk from a Christian perspective on how to grow your business, your ministry, and your personal brand. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about defining your target audience, so stay tuned. Who is your target audience? Who are your customers? Who are they? If you're like me before, even though I'm a marketing major and an advertising major, we would say everyone. This is one of the things that I really did not like in my business, having to define my target audience or my ideal customer. Because if most of us feel like everybody is our customer, if they can make a purchase, maybe everyone over 18 years old is our customer. Men, women, most of the time when dealing with customers and I ask them, who is your target audience? They will tell me everybody, especially when you're in ministry. A lot of Christians will say, well, the gospel is for everybody. I want to read from Ephesians chapter 4, and it says, and he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Christ. Now, I said to myself, why did God have to give these different gifts? Well, because he knows that people have different needs. And there are different audiences. There are audiences that need an evangelist. There's audiences that need an apostle. There's audiences that need prophets. Now, does that mean that these gifts cannot benefit everyone? No. If God in himself he didn't give all those gifts to one person, but he gave one person this gift, another person this gift. That means even God is segmenting. God is choosing to give you this specialization and you that specialization, and so on and so forth. It encourages me that even in business and even in ministry, we need to have our ideal target audience. Now, let me explain. If you're doing a ministry for children, the way that you speak and the way that you preach is going to be different from if you're ministering to a group of men, isn't it? Right. And if you're ministering to a group of women, it's also going to be different from ministering to youths, to youth, maybe youth females, let me just say, right? So the idea of saying that because it's ministry or because it's gospel, you're targeting everyone, like one of my mentors says, if you're targeting everyone, then you're targeting nobody. Even in ministry, even with the gospel, it's about time that in the Christian world, we nail it down and have a target audience in mind that we're targeting, especially when it comes to our online marketing efforts. Because then if our message is to include everybody, then it's going to get ignored. And it's not going to resonate with the audience that it's supposed to resonate with. And now in business, even, it becomes very, very important that you define who your customers are. The reason why this is important is when you know who your customers are, then you know where to go to get them. And you know the kind of message and the way to speak to them that they will understand. Because it's not everybody that is going to receive the message the same way. If you're talking to, just as an example, let's just say a lawyer versus a doctor, the approach is going to be a little bit different. The language that you might use is going to be a little bit different because in both of their industry, they have lingos and they have vocabularies that they use, which they quickly pick up and understand. And so to say that everybody is your customer, you're making a big mistake. So take some time. It was difficult for me. And when I'm forced to do it, I defined my target audience and I said, okay, small business owners. Small business owner is still a little bit broad. It's still broad. So I still had to define it. Which type of small business owners? What are their ages? Where do they live? What type of industry are they in? How old are they? Do they have children? Are they married? Are they single? What platforms are they on? What do they do on their free time? If my target audience is spending their time on Instagram, then I know that I need to be on Instagram. But if my target audience will never go on Instagram, and many of them will rather use YouTube, then I know I need to be on YouTube. It's the same way. You can't say everybody is your customer, everybody is your target audience. No. Take some time, and if you don't know how to choose, also choose on which type of customers would you like to deal with. What type of customers would you like to be your customer, and based on that, make marketing, make messages that will target those individuals. I don't know whether you've been able to guess who my target audience are. My target audience in my new efforts are professionals who have a business and maybe a ministry, and they're very busy individuals who don't have time to do a lot of things that they would like to do online and get their message across. And so I would hope that I could be that trusted partner that they could reach out to, and we could work with them in spreading their message and building a strategy for their online marketing efforts. So those are who my target audience is. I finally have been able to really define them, and all my messages and my efforts are going to be channeled towards them. Now, does that mean that if you don't fit that bracket, that I cannot work with you, or that I cannot help you? No, it doesn't mean that. Just the same way you will not necessarily refuse your service to an audience that may not necessarily be your target. It just means that you are more focused in your messaging, you're more focused in your efforts, and you really spend your money where you have the most chances of getting a result back. So I just want to say that don't just be known, but be known for the right reasons. So until next time, stay inspired. God bless you. I would love to hear from you. So subscribe to this channel so that you can always know when I release a new video, and also follow me on social media, connect with me on social media, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. God bless.